but it's the safest place in the world.
Hey, you the one the General sent over?
That's right. You're in charge here?
Huh, you're damn right I am. I'm Quartermaster Barrett, and this is my armory. Whenever you're in here, I don't care whether you're the president themselves. What I say goes. Got that?
Uh-huh.
Now that we've got the pleasantries out of the way...
Right? That one.
Frost under armor it is.
Both options suck, really.
Well, you're... need one. So?
Well... all of them. I'll take it.
Laser, nice try. Last one. Automatic.
Oh, this sounds good.
This should be everything. Now, follow me. Let's see if you're any good with your new gear.
I'm alive. Can't complain about that. There's so much to face.
Can't believe I'm back on the rig.
Press the button. Whoa. Nice shooting. Color me impressed. Anyway, you ever need equipment, you know where to find me. Ain't gonna be free though. Not much gear to go around, and we're soldiers heading our way. So, take good care of your standard issue equipment, alright?
What do you mean by that?
Yup. Senator's about to turn up with a whole lot of people. Things are about to get busier here. Sure, we got a factory running, but even that can only produce so much gear at a time.
You guys pay for things with bottle caps? What happened to dollars and cents?
Sure, in an ideal world, we'd still use them. Small problem. We don't exactly have a working financial system right now. No mints, no banks, you know? Maybe someday, but right now, let's keep it simple. Caps.
Any chance I can get it for free?
I've just given you freshly manufactured weaponry and combat armor. I think the words you're looking for are, thank you. Hold that thought.
Attention, all personnel. Clear the landing bays immediately. Vertibirds are on final approach. Repeat, Clear the landing bays immediately.
Well, things are about to get a little more interesting. I've got some prep work to do.
Right?
Ugh, thanks for getting us off that damn ship.
I don't...
Your timing is impeccable, Captain. Watch. And so our numbers continue to grow. Through the united power of the Enclave, we will reclaim what is rightfully ours. We have a full complement of troops. Dr. Kane is making strides in her research, and Senator Matthews has gotten us High Command's full backing. We have everything we need to mobilize into the Commonwealth, and plans are being dropped. No mutants, Brotherhood of Steel, or this Institute will stand in the way of our work.
Can I ask you some questions?
So much has happened so quickly, I understand.
It's not more fighting, is it?
It was always going to happen. They are nothing more than misguided traitors squatting on government property. They will be put down.
What are you working on?
Everything falls on Dr. Kane. If she hadn't survived the vault, I don't think Senator Matthews would have taken this. Yes, we have our only path to truly freeing the United States. Dr. Kane is one of the greatest chemists of her time. It will level the playing field.
Why is that?
A few reasons. It is no secret that the Enclave are weakened. In recent history, we have suffered the loss of numerous bases and facilities. The loss of our headquarters, the majority of our leadership, and large quantities of personnel has forced the Enclave to be cautious. The Atlantic oil rig, which until recently secluded, equipped
Right.
Senator Matthews lobbying me.
That was all I had. What's our next move?
Seeing as the senator has just arrived, we're holding a briefing session. You should join us. It would be good for him to meet one of our most promising officers. I almost forgot. The technicians have repaired the last of the executive bedrooms. It's yours. I trust you'll find it has everything you need.
And with the vertibirds here, you should know you are authorized to use them. Speak to Lieutenant Fitzpatrick to make the necessary arrangements.
Now, let's go speak to the senator.
Landing pads are in motion. Stand clear. Repeat. Stand clear of the landing pads.
General Ward's a brilliant man. He'll lead us to victory. Captain.
Been a heck of a ride, hasn't it, ma'am? Listen, to say thanks for all the hard work, General Ward has authorized a vertibird to be on standby for you if you ever need transport.
That's great news.
Hey, you earned it. Take a look at the vertibirds on the landing pads. When you see one you like, let me know. I'll make sure it's on call for you.
Welcome. Please, why don't you sit over there? Good afternoon, everyone. Is Dr. Kane not joining us?
She's currently occupied with an autopsy. I'm sure she'll join us later.
Ah, I see. Let's get started then. After speaking with the good general over the past few weeks, I'm pleased to finally make all your acquaintances. I'm sure you all have questions about myself, the state of the Enclave as a whole, and about our next steps. Now, do understand that in the interests of national security, I can only say so much. But I'm getting ahead of myself. I am Henry Matthews, Senator representing the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. I was elected by your peers to this prestigious position after the untimely death of Senator Clark at this very base. I've been sent here at the President's behest to oversee your progress and to ensure the Commonwealth is brought back into the fold. Any questions?
Yeah, I got one. Who is the president? I sorta lost track after Eden.
Given recent events, the President's identity is classified. It's kept on a need-to-know basis. And my good man, you most certainly do not need to know. Nothing personal, you understand?
Where is High Command?
Sheesh.
Do we still have a central headquarters?
Well, I'm pleased to inform you that one of the Joint Chiefs is actually right here with you. General Ward was recently appointed chairman.
An honor, truly.
I'm sure it is. As for the location of High Command, what I will say is we have shifted to more of a distributed structure. That being said, our largest active facility is Mount Weather. Most of the personnel I brought with me was stationed there. How about you? Lieutenant, was it? Any questions from you?
She was just promoted to captain, actually.
A far more appropriate rank from what I've heard. So, any...
Forgive the intrusion, gentlemen. I have made a troublesome discovery.
What seems to be the problem, Doctor?
This autopsy, I was certain I would find a way to identify they were a synth. However, I was mistaken. If I didn't know any better, I'd have thought this was simply a vault dweller. It was only once I began the brain biopsy that it became clear it was a synth. There was a circuitry, a lot of it, embedded deep within the brain tissue. Central to it, in fact. It's the only telltale sign I could find. These Institute synths, I heard they were lifelike, but seeing one in person, it's both incredible and harrowing.
It's like I told you. There's no way of telling a synth apart from a human unless you kill it. That's why people fear the Institute.
Yes, Colonel, you made your point.
The Institute has been on our radar for a long time now. Our agents have looked into numerous Institute-related incidents in the past, but have never been able to pinpoint the Institute's location itself. With how little we know of them, they could very well be our biggest threat. I'll come back to this in a moment. Now that we have you, Dr. Kane, how has work on the FEV been going?
I've made some promising adjustments to the genetic markers it targets, but truthfully, progress is slow. We're struggling with the lab's power supply. There isn't enough to keep the FEV compound stable for more than a few seconds at a time. We can only run tests for a handful of seconds at a time and only every few hours. Unless we have more power.
Myers, is there anything you can do about that?
Well, we could always shut down the factory, like we did last time.
That's not an option.
Agreed.
Only other option is to upgrade the reactors, which is easier said than done. Leave it with me. I'll think of something.
That's your priority now, Myers. See it done.
Good. So, to summarize our priorities, Chief Engineer Myers, get us more power. Dr. Kane, you keep working on the FEV. This comes directly from the President. Everyone else, It's about time we find a way into the Institute. We must know what we're dealing with once and for all. And I insist the captain spearhead this mission. They look like the type that get things done. Before I forget, Captain, I brought an exceptional doctor with me. You should have your medical with him in the first instance. Make sure you're at your best and all that. But first, General Ward and I will see you in my office. Now...
Sir.
I have a lot to do right now.
There's a real buzz.
Hi. Doctor?
Oh, welcome to my clinic. Let me just check my notes here. Ah, Captain. You must be here for your medical. No time like the present. Shall we get started?
What kind of medical exam? I feel fine.
Oh, I just want to make sure I have a complete file for all of my patients. It'll let me ensure I have the appropriate... I'm just going to ask you a few straight. What age group do you fall under?
That's right.
Let me just note that down. Have you ever suffered from sustained exposure to radiation?
No trouble with radiation today, Doc.
Excellent. Just keep an eye on your Geiger counter and you'll be fine. Are you suffering from any long-term illnesses that I should be aware of?
Never been seriously sick in my life.
Wonderful. A fit and healthy soldier is the perfect role model for our troops. All that's left is for me to take a blood sample, and we'll be done. Just a moment. And we're done. Thank you for your time. Now, was there anything else I could help you with?
Not now.
I'll be right here if you need me.
Dr. Kane.
Completely out of line.
Morgan, I have heard your concerns. I assure you I will take them on
He's our
board.
best chance of victory.
Out.
Sir.
Captain, our agents report that you have gained access to the Institute and acquired a holotape filled with valuable data. I'm left questioning your loyalty. I'm giving you a chance to prove me wrong. First, I want you to get that holotape to Myers ASAP. I also have orders for you to carry out within the Institute. I want a list with the names, titles, and occupations of every key person in there. Secondly, I want you to keep your eyes open for anything that might help us with the oil rig's power issues, schematics, leads, and so on. Lastly, do not, under any circumstances, raise the alarm. We do not want... Questions?
Is there anything else I should know?
Ah, yes, that abomination. There is indeed a possibility that you will find her, or her current whereabouts. Once you're in the Institute, keep an eye out for any leads.
What exactly are we looking for?
You'll need to get creative here. Myers needs more power out of the reactors, and
right.
Look around whatever they're engineering.
How do I infiltrate them?
Right now, all I'm looking for is a clear picture of who leads what. If you can, simply talk to personnel that appear to be in charge. Then return that information to me. If any suspicions are
Not right now.
keep your eyes on the prize and return to me with your findings. One last thing. Track down that Vanessa and get rid of her. Her existence spits on the memory of my daughter.